What do we believe? I hope this isn't another episode on the law or the Ten Commandments. That's sort of getting boring. I mean, at the end of the day, Jesus' grace covers us, etc., etc. You know, I mean, really, I do echo the next question from the New City Catechism, which asks, since no one can keep the law, what is its purpose? What is the purpose of the law, of all these rules and regulations that we sort of forget about? I mean, the first 5 books of the Bible are called the Law, and it outlines so many important events and stories, but there's also a lot of, if you do this, you have to do that. If you've done this sin, you have to do this to be forgiven. I mean, come on, what is its relevance to today? Well, you may be surprised to know that with that question comes an answer. Tim Keller says the purpose of the law is that we may know the holy nature and will of God, and the sinful nature and disobedience of our hearts, and thus our need of a Saviour. The law also teaches and exhorts us to live a life worthy of our Saviour. You see, the purpose of the law is that we can see just how amazing God is. He is perfect, He is holy, He matches up to all these ridiculous laws that we can't even imagine being able to measure up to. It shows us in comparison to God how sinful we are, how unholy we are, how imperfect we are. Legion Duncan says there are 3 things that the law does for us today, and adds to what we already know from the answer that Tim Keller gave us. Tim Keller gives us 3 answers as well, or 3 things that the law does for us today. First, he says it helps us know God's character. Second, he says it reveals our true nature to ourselves. And third, and most interestingly, I think, it helps us understand our need. With this quote, I'll finish. Our Legion Duncan says, when we know who God is, and we know that we don't measure up to His morality and character, when we know who we are, and we know the sinful inclinations, the way we always tend to be sinful of our hearts, it presses us to Jesus, because we know that we have a need of a Saviour, and the Saviour has fulfilled that law, He's completed it. He's obeyed it perfectly, and He's paid the penalty that is due to us for it. The law presses us to the Saviour. It points us to the Saviour. The law takes us to the Saviour. That is why the law is so important for us today.